What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phones and Drones. We have three of the hottest 2019 flagships. Obviously, yes, the Pixel 3 XL did come in late 2018. However, there's not a newer successor yet. So these are the top flagships of their respective companies. We have the Pixel 3 XL, Huawei's P30 Pro, and Samsung's S10 Plus. All these phones are pretty comparable as far as display size goes. The Pixel 3 XL has a 6.3 inch display, P30 Pro has a 6.47 inch display, and then Samsung's Galaxy S10 Plus has a 6.4 inch display. Google's storage comes in at 64 gigs, P30 Pros comes in at 128, and the S10 Plus comes in at 128 gigs as well. As far as cameras go, this is where everything kind of changes. On the Pixel 3 XL, there is a 12.2 megapixel camera, just one lens, that's it. Huawei has that new periscope technology on their fourth camera. They have a 40 megapixel, 20 megapixel, and 8 megapixel, along with a time of flight camera on the side as well. And Samsung's Galaxy S10 Plus has that 12 megapixel wide angle, 12 megapixel primary, and the 16 megapixel camera as well. As far as batteries go, on the Pixel 3 XL, you're getting a 2430 milliamp hour battery. You're getting a 4200 milliamp hour battery on the P30, and a 4100 milliamp hour battery on the S10 Plus. As far as RAM goes, Google is slacking in this category. They refuse to add extra RAM. They're still stuck at 4 gigs. The rest of these two have 8 gigs. Fingerprint sensors, both of these have on-screen fingerprints. Obviously, you can see Google has theirs on the back still. Now, one is optical. This is the older technology on the P30 Pro. You are getting that in-screen fingerprint sensor, as you can see, but it is an optical kind. It has to shine a light in order to get that fingerprint recognized, whereas on the S10 Plus, that is not the case. It is an ultrasonic fingerprint reader. Just something to keep in mind. It's more of an advanced technology on this. However, I have found it to be hit and miss. The P30 Pros works a lot better. Aside from that, they're all running Android Pie 9.0. Usually nowadays you can't get a phone with a headphone jack, unfortunately, but Samsung has decided to keep the 3.5mm headphone jack on the S10 Plus. Just something to keep in mind if that's something you guys listen to all the time and don't want an extra dongle that you would need for the USB Type-C ports if you don't have any USB Type-C headphones. As far as the chipset, they're all running different chips. We have the Snapdragon 845 on the Pixel 3 XL. We have the Kirin 980 on this, and then we have on the Samsung S10 the Snapdragon 855 processor. As far as how they operate differently, on a day-to-day usage, you're not even going to see a difference between these three models. They all run so fluently. On the Kirin 980, yes, technically benchmark-wise, it is a little slower than the 855. Aside from that, you can see these are all pretty slim phones. You are getting quite a nice assortment of color options this year. Huawei's really building on their new take on these multicolored backs. And Samsung kind of has this new white that gives off a radiance of different colors as well. Pixel kind of keeps you with the white, black, and pink models right now. That should be changing when the new Pixel 3A or E or whatever they want to call it does come out in the near future. These are all kind of dust proof and water resistant. I believe they're IP68 a piece. These two have OLED displays, and this has a dynamic AMOLED display. They all look great. I personally do prefer Huawei's take on it. The Pixel 3 XL blows last year's model out of the park when it comes to the color display after that whole deal was going down with that. Moving on to the pixel density though, we do have a big change with all these. Two of these are 2K displays. This is only a 1080p display. Still looks great. 522 ppi, 398, and 526 for the Pixel, for the S10 Plus. As far as what everyone wants to talk about nowadays, the screen to body ratio, let me get these all fired up for you really quick. They all have somewhat of a comparable display. You're getting a 83.5 screen to body ratio on this. You're getting 88.41% screen to body ratio. And then on the S10 Plus, you're getting that 87.11 thanks to the little hole punch notches that you're getting on there. As far as the resolution, again, this is 1440 by 2960, this is 1080 by 2340, and this is 1440 by 3040. So the higher of them all, again, barely coming in is the S10 Plus over the Pixel 3 XL. You are not getting expandable memory on the Pixel 3 XL, keep that in mind guys, whereas you do have the option on these other two devices. Aside from that, you're getting pretty comparable recording features for video. They all have fast charging. Huawei has their new 40-watt supercharger built in that really just knocks everything out the park. The only thing I found even comparable to it is the warp charge on the new McLaren edition OnePlus 6T. That is all spec-wise, guys. If you want to see what they kind of look like side by side, see if I can get in on all these devices, juggle them around a bit. You can see just how good really all these displays are at this point. Go ahead and get in. Turn off that night light. And you can see just how well they all do look. Gorgeous displays. Here's 3 different examples of the 3 little new notch types. You can see we got the little frowny face, you got your pill shape, and the little teardrop. Out of all of them, I do feel like this is the most out of the way, less interruptive type notch. What do you guys think below? Out of the 3, do you have a preference? Leave a comment down below. Let us know, guys. Stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. Let us know if there's any other comparisons you want to see. I know we're going to be doing a lot more video comparisons and photo comparisons with the P30 Pro in the near future as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Till the next one.